MasterCard earns cash back with every purchase. From now through the holidays, get 4% cash back on essentials like grocery, gas stations, pharmacies, and home stores to help with your holiday gatherings. And when it's time for holiday shopping, earn 2% cash back on every purchase, including box retailers, online shopping, and small businesses. Up to date. heritagecu.org/credit cards. Subject to credit approval. Insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for their future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Standing at the edge of a rocky shore, you breathe in the cool, salty air, watching the sun disappear on the horizon. Across the globe, someone begins their day along a sandy beach, listening to the rhythm of the crashing waves. You each envision a world beneath the water, vibrant life in every imaginable form. Now, imagine it's all gone. What was once a place of wonder and beauty is now a dull, lifeless land. Food, jobs, medicine, all gifts from the ocean, all gone. Time is running out to protect our oceans. And with our love, everything the oceans provide can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help our oceans. Visit World Wildlife Fund at www.org/love.
What is education?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Follow Talk Radio 1210 on Instagram and Facebook at 1210 WPHT.
Now, a look at what's happening from the Fox News Rundown.
Good morning. It's Friday, December 27th. This is the Fox News Rundown. Talks are planned to head off threatened tariffs against Canada. A pair of top Canadian ministers in Palm Beach, Florida today. Meetings with President-elect Donald Trump after Trump threatened to impose sweeping tariffs on Canadian products if the border's not made secure. Foreign Minister Melanie Joly and Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc are reportedly planning to meet with Donald Trump's incoming border czar Tom Homan to discuss Canada's efforts to secure the border. Sources telling the Associated Press the minister will focus on Canada's efforts to combat fentanyl trafficking, illegal migration, and measures outlined in Canada's border plan. Israel taking aim at Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen following attacks in Tel Aviv. The latest from Fox's Trey Yingst.
Diplomatic efforts continue to reach a ceasefire agreement. Reports indicate both sides are accusing the other of adding conditions or changing positions as it relates to the ongoing conversations being facilitated by the Qataris and the Egyptians. While these conversations take place, Israel is conducting strikes against Gaza. Overnight, 5 Palestinians were killed while in a van marked with the word press. The Israeli military claimed they were members of Islamic Jihad, while initial photos of the group showed them previously working as. Now there's no end in sight for the war inside Gaza, but there are hopes that if an agreement is reached, it could bring those hostages home and ultimately provide an off-ramp for escalating tensions in the region.
Parts of Texas and Arkansas under severe weather watches today as the National Weather Service predicts a storm system in the Gulf of Mexico could bring high winds, hail, and possible to the region. Several tornadoes ripped through yesterday, as we hear from KRIV Fox 20's Abigail died.
Video after video shows the made their way through Wharton County.
There's that tornado. It was just a normal day, normal operations, placing. All of a sudden, the roof gets sucked off of the forklift. A notification goes off on my phone. I'm like, oh, there's a tornado coming.
You were sitting in the forklift when this happened?
I was driving the forklift, yeah. So this is going to be, what was it last? Just like it wasn't me and the whole forklift.
This twister just off Highway 59 left some damage behind it. Barns off County Road 405 taking that hit. Reed, whose family owns the farm, says it's not something that you see every day in El Campo.
And the greatest weather risk today stretches from east of Dallas between Houston and parts of southern Arkansas and western Louisiana. I'm Sue Guzman on the Fox News Rundown.
This is the Fox News Rundown.
Ride Home with Rich Cioli. Weekdays on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Kayal and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10.
Luigi's not getting any Swedish fish in the joint. Luigi has for breakfast a choice of fruits, grits, bread, eggs, and coffee.
We have to remember, as these dummies on News Nation are like, hi everybody, there's a person dead. It's again this idol worship. Do you guys see him? Is he watching? Like they're giddy schoolgirls. Ugh.
Goes back to the big take this morning, the violence of the left, the irrelevance of the media.
Start your day with Kayal and Company. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
Did you know this is the busiest season for plumbers? All the parties, tons of people eating at one house. That's when garbage disposals get treated like wood choppers and pipes get backed up like the airport at Thanksgiving. Blah. But don't worry. Horizon Services has the experts in same-day service to handle it all. Clogs, leaks, busted pipes. And right now you'll get $50 off any plumbing repair. Horizon will also give you up to $400 off any water heater installation. I mean, if you like hot showers. Book today at horizonservices.com.
I'm Gary Barbera.
I'm Gary Barbera.
Season's greetings from the Barbera Bear family to your family. Is Fox Chase Cancer Center and U.S. Marines Toys for Tots the best? Boy, I guess. Boom, shakalaka.
Don't miss the Labor and Energy Shocking Krause, brought to you by the Labor and Energy Alliance this Saturday night at 6. Find out about the important issues that will affect you. The Energy Show, Saturday night at 6 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Make 2025 the year you get started on your next success with the University of Maryland Global Campus. An accredited state university, UMGC is a school for real life, helping working adults like you learn the skills you need for the career you want. Choose from more than 135 degrees and certificates in career-relevant fields and earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and life and work experience. Or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. Get a head start on your goals in the new year. Now is the perfect time to take the next step in your life and education at University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Undergraduate and most graduate courses start January 8th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
A promise is potent, born of intention, fueled by commitment. It's seeing things through, always showing up. And we know a thing or two about promises here at Susan G. Komen. Over 40 years ago, we locked arms with you toward one vision: a world without breast cancer. By investing in life-saving research and standing up for patient rights, we are shifting the system so all people everywhere get the care they deserve. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to raise money to honor the best friend you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Ending breast cancer needs all of us. Visit Komen.org and be a part of the Susan G. Komen community today.
Look through your children's eyes, and you'll see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree, They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. When they discover the forest, their imagination is inspired by the smell of pine, the crunch of leaves beneath their feet, the sound of birds calling out for attention. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating forest world. You are the hero in this book. This is a memory being made. This is what they will laugh about years from now. These are the roots, grounding and nourishing them.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Then look through your children's eyes and discover the magic all around you. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
If not me, then who? This ethos is driving the Travis Manion Foundation to empower veterans and families of fallen heroes to develop character in future generations. In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manion was killed in Iraq while saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on in the 5 words he spoke before leaving for his final deployment. If not me, then who? Guided by this mantra, veterans are continuing their service, developing strong relationships within their own community, and thriving in their post-military lives. Visit travismanion.org.
Calling on Levittown. Hello there. To follow 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
The latest from Fox Business.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A mixed day on Wall Street Thursday. The Dow was up 29, but the S&P 500 lost nearly 2.5 points, and the Nasdaq was down 11. Apple closed at a new record high for the 4th straight session. The company under 6 points away now from establishing a $4 trillion market cap. The number of first-time unemployment claims last week, 219,000. Continuing claims, the total number of people collecting extended unemployment, 1.91 million. Hasn't been that high since November of 2021. And Americans spent 3.8% more this holiday season than last year. MasterCard's Spending Pulse, which tracks various methods of payments, releasing that data Thursday, which covers from the beginning of November to Christmas Eve.
The largest growth was seen in clothing sales thanks to online shopping, while electronics, jewelry, and restaurant sales also experienced a bump.
Fox's Laura Cantor. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Kevin Uretsky. Invested in you.
This is the Fox News Rundown.
Just days before this past Election Day, former Hawaii Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard joined me on the Fox News Rundown. Back then, we discussed the presidential race, her support for President Trump, and what she thought Americans might expect from a second Trump term. Since then, President-elect Trump has picked Gabbard to be his Director of National Intelligence, and she will spend the early part of 2025 going through what's expected to be a tough confirmation process. Our conversation back on November 1st was fascinating, and we wanted to let you hear it again. So here now is Tulsi Gabbard. At this point, the arguments have been made. The rallies won't stop, though, through the weekend, but hopefully the undecideds have decided, and now the focus is on getting out the vote. Vice President Harris in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, kicked off her rally Wednesday like this.
All right, so now is the time to remind our neighbors and our friends to make a plan to vote in person on Election Day or to return your mail ballot.
In Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Wednesday, the former president acknowledged that while Republicans may prefer to vote on Election Day, he reminded them they can vote early through Saturday in that state.
You got to just vote. And I think we're going to have this is a very important state. We win this state, we're sailing. We're sailing. We win this state, we're sailing.
The latest Fox News poll has the two within the margin of error in both Pennsylvania and North Carolina. In Pennsylvania, the former president is up 5 points with independents in the Fox poll, but she's doing slightly better within her party than he is by about 4 points, and 35% of non-MAGA Republicans are going for the vice president. The early vote in Pennsylvania favors Harris. In North Carolina, the early vote is just about evenly split. Independents prefer her, though, by 5 points. Michigan is a bit of a different story in the Fox poll. When you put third-party candidate names into the mix, Vice President Harris is ahead of the former president by 4 points. In the latest Fox poll, that's just outside the margin of error. While the Fox News power rankings move Arizona into lean Republican territory, they also conclude this race is still a toss-up overall.
What we're seeing is, yes, there's a feeling of excitement and momentum, but the thing that in this election is that at every event that I go to, I'm meeting people and hearing from people who are saying they've never before voted before in their lives.
Tulsi Gabbard is a former Democratic congresswoman from Hawaii turned Republican who is now on the former president's transition team.
This is the first election they'll vote for, and they're voting for Donald Trump. I'm meeting lifelong Democrats who are saying this is the first time they're going to vote for a Republican. I'm meeting lifelong Republicans who never thought they would vote for Donald Trump, who are voting for Donald Trump in this election. And so it is a feeling of people coming together from all different backgrounds and really recognizing the serious stakes that we are faced with as a country and as a people. And I am happy when I hear them say that they're voting for President Trump.
You recently said the most disruptive, transformative change in our government is about to happen in our lifetime if Trump's elected. Tell us more about what that means.
It's evident not only through the kinds of changes that President Trump has talked about, but really through the fact that he is gathering this team of people with Elon Musk and Bobby Kennedy and myself and, Bill Ackman and many others with very different backgrounds who are intent in our own areas to root out the rot of corruption and bureaucracy and inefficiency and waste in our government and actually begin the process of ensuring that our government agencies are actually effective and serving the interests of the people. This is something that, when you look at many different administrations in the past, I would say all throughout my lifetime, they're usually run by people who are part of the Washington establishment from both parties. And the differences between them are not often very, very big. And there has not been the kind of serious focus that we're seeing under President Trump to actually transform the government so that it can be a government of, by, and for the people. So I think this is one of the things that is bringing so many people out to support President Trump, because they recognize that A, no president can do this alone. B, President Trump is bringing together people who aren't looking for their next job in Washington, who are simply motivated by a desire to serve the American people and make life better.
When things change, are we talking about it sounds like risks will be taken. What does that mean? What will the FDA look like? What will the Department of Education look like in 4 years if the former president wins? What will other agencies look like? I guess what is your focus?
Well, broadly, when we look at every federal agency and you compare how they are being run and what they focus on and what they prioritize with the feeling that most Americans have of distrust and frustration and discouragement about our federal agencies, you can see why these bureaucracies that exist more to serve themselves and maintain the status quo and enhance the power of those in charge, why the American people feel this way. So the specifics of exactly how each of these agencies is going to change, that's commentary for a much larger conversation. And I think part of this is going into every single agency and conducting a deep dive assessment to be able to identify, where the low hanging fruit is, to be able to cut out those inefficiencies. There's going to be a large changeover in personnel. You've heard Elon Musk and President Trump talk about the need to fire a lot of people who don't need to be there. Our government should not be in the business of just being a job provider. Every single person working in our government needs to have a heart for service and needs to be there to serve a particular purpose.
Do you and RFK Jr. sit around and talk vision, with campaign officials or JD Vance or Elon Musk? What's? I think some of the folks who are looking at you are sort of wondering what's the dynamic on the campaign among and between some of the names who are not government officials or not campaign staff, like Elon, like Bobby Kennedy Jr.
None of us are just sitting around talking about philosophy and vision. We're spending every single minute of our time, especially during this last week here, in reaching out to voters who may still be undecided, and there are still those voters out there who don't know how they're gonna cast their vote. And so, Elon is in Pennsylvania. I'm headed to Wisconsin. Bobby Kennedy and I will be doing an event there. I'll be with JD Vance in Pennsylvania. It's all hands on deck, and we're all out there doing our very best to really help deliver the message of President Trump's vision for the country and his goals and objectives that all boil down to, across all these agencies, to being able to help improve the quality of life for the American people, to fix what Kamala Harris has broken, and to get us back on this path for our country towards a future that is peaceful and free and prosperous. We've all had conversations. Bobby Kennedy has sat down with President Trump, several months ago. I have done the same and spent time with him. Now as a result of those conversations, we are doing all that we can, and Elon has had his own. We are doing all that we can to help elect President Trump because we are aligned with his vision, and we want to help him carry it out for the American people.
Okay, one more for you, because you're going to Wisconsin. You hear of Republicans who say they won't vote for former President Trump, like Mayor Sean Riley, who's been the mayor of Waukesha. Do you think they represent a significant number of Republicans? It sounds like you're saying you're hearing people on the opposite end, but there are certainly, and the Harris campaign is making that pitch to them.
Well, when you look at and I have not met the mayor of Waukesha, so I can't speak to him, but when you look at the well-known national figure Republicans who have endorsed Kamala Harris, like Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney and Adam Kinzinger and others, to me, what I see is kind of a group of two different kind of people. Number one is people who have a long history of being a part of the uniparty war machine in Washington, who hate the fact that Donald Trump is a leader who has the audacity to meet with adversaries and dictators in a fight for peace, number one. And he's interested in ending wars, not starting them. Number two, I also see a bunch of people who hired or left as disgruntled employees who maybe had worked under his administration. Everyone is free to make their own decisions for their own reasons, but I have found it very surprising to me, and I don't think they represent the majority of the Republican Party, because if they did, Donald Trump would not have been the Republican nominee for president for the last 3 presidential elections. That, to me, is the most telling metric out there, that Republican voters who are not Washington elite are making their own decisions, and their voices are being heard through their votes. In 2016, as in 2024, Republican voters, there was actually a primary. Unlike for Kamala Harris, there were actually primary elections, and in both of those cases, voters had many other choices of people who are prominent Republicans, many of whom hold a very different worldview than Donald Trump, and overwhelmingly the choice has been Donald Trump. So that really is a very clear message to me. And again, I've been surprised. I have friends of mine who are lifelong Republicans who I never thought said, I will never vote for Donald Trump. And they supported other people in the primary election. And, I disagreed with their choice, and we've had great conversations. They're still friends. We still care about each other. But I've been getting these text messages saying, literally yesterday, a friend texted me. He said, I just did something I never thought I would do in my life. I voted for Donald Trump.
Wait, one more quick one for you before I let you go. What would you want to focus on in a Trump administration?
I am a soldier, a veteran. I've deployed to different war zones in different parts of the world. And I spent 8 years in Congress on the Foreign Affairs and the Armed Services committees. And one of the things I respect most about President Trump is kind of what I mentioned. And that is that he is certainly the first Republican in my lifetime who has had the courage to stand up against the military-industrial complex, had the courage to stand up against the uniparty of war in Washington, to include leaders in his own party, knowing that it may be politically harmful for him, but to really take a stand for peace, and recognizing that, yes, we must have a strong and capable and ready military, but knowing the serious cost of war and that war should be a last resort after exercising and exhausting all means of diplomacy. So we have to get him elected. That's what we're going to focus on doing over this next week. And if given the opportunity, I would be honored to help him achieve that specific goal.
Tulsi Gabbard, former Congresswoman and on the Trump transition team, should it be needed. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Free speech lives here. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying. But you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security.
Alarm on.
Our child has autism. He doesn't usually elope, but one day he did, and it was the most terrifying moment of our lives.
If I didn't have a home security system, I would have realized way too late he's gone.
Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Smart locks, lights, cameras, and more makes Vivint Home Security the smartest way to protect your family and prevent a tragedy. Vivint is the #1 smart home service provider in the U.S. Protection is just a phone call away. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs that can completely free you of your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-832-2366 for a free consultation. For 17 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. You can feel confident when calling because Total Financial Freedom is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Battling for years and years stuck in the endless cycle of minimum payments could take decades. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-832-2366. That's 800-832-2366. 800-832-2366. Not available in all states.
At PGW, safety is essential to delivering clean, reliable natural gas to Philadelphia homes and businesses. If you smell gas, call PGW at 215-235-1212.
Family and Company Jewelers on Route 70 in Marlton, New Jersey is South Jersey's diamond destination and your trusted jeweler for quality, service, and price. You can choose from the largest selection of engagement rings. You can have their master jewelers create a custom ring just for your special day. Showroom or shop online at Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
In Virginia Beach, our locals live the life every day. In fact, can't wait to share our way of life with new friends. It's no secret that we are known as one of the happiest communities in the country. Virginia Beach is a hug, a warm handshake, a hearty laugh, and a healthy dose of the unexpected. The art of living the life starts by connecting with what matters most, happiness. When you visit, you will realize that happiness is a and that it is here in Virginia Beach.
Don't miss the Education Show with Dom Giordano every Sunday morning at 5 on how you can help your child or grandchild succeed by New Hope Academy. Progressive. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Right now our country is divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
Someone so different than me.
Me too. Love Has No Labels and Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope too. Bringing our country and your community together, start at lovehasnolabels.com/one small message from StoryCorps Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Fox News, I'm Sue Guzman. Top Canadian ministers reportedly for talks with the incoming Trump administration to discuss border security and trade as the incoming president Day nears. New Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Foreign Minister Melanie Joly will be in West Palm Beach for those talks, which are designed to avoid sweeping tariffs threatened to elect Trump if Canada does not secure its border. Investigators say there's Russian air defense did down an Azerbaijan Airlines plane that crashed in Kazakhstan, leaving 38 people
Some
dead.
aviation experts have suggested that the perforated plane's tail section looked consistent with the possible missile work of air defense. This crash did come shortly after drone strikes hit southern Russia Wednesday morning, and drone activity, of course, has shut down airports in that area in the past.
America's listening to Fox News.
This is the Fox. Now a look at sports.
The Seattle Slim playoff hopes alive. Seattle topped the Chicago Bears 6-3 in a game without a touchdown. Veteran quarterback Teddy Bridgewater is out of a one-year retirement. Bridgewater signed with the Detroit Lions. Toledo won the game above Sports Bowl in Detroit over Pittsburgh in 6 overtimes, 48-46. Kansas point deficit to defeat Rutgers at the Rate Bowl in Phoenix, 44-41. Miami Hurricanes basketball coach Jim Larrañaga abruptly stepped down after a 41-year coaching career, and the Detroit Red Wings fire Eric Lalonde. Former Oilers, Sharks, and Kings coach Todd McClellan takes over. That's sports on the Fox News Rundown. Fox News.
You need to know. Depend on KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
Says today could be record-setting for travel. They're in the air or on the roads. An older relative are injured after being at a restaurant in South Philly, and police look for a driver who killed a pedestrian at 3rd and South Philadelphia.
Get the latest anytime on radio. Now on Crystal Clear 103.9 FM.
You've never needed us.
A Bloomberg Money Minute. Some of your online buyers businesses. At least that's how they see it, especially order a clothing item in 2 or more sizes, but keep only one and return the rest. The marketing, and according to Ken Perkins of Retail Metrics,
that's significant cost to the retail.
Stores now charge you to send things back, losing customers.
Particularly if they're going to start charging dollars a return.
According to supply chain management, when customers know an online store has stricter rules, nearly 70% say they're likely to shop there, but way to handle returns that might be more acceptable to shoppers.
They join a higher tier rewards program and pay a fee, an annual fee, and get free returns.
Perkins of Retail Metrics said the added benefits for stores
that likely to be purchasing at that store all year long.
Ken Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
Getting employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills. It matches. Then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best 24 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like fighters, police officers, teachers, farmers, healthcare workers, doctors and hospitals across the region. And they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IBX.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text message and are required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text EDGE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 42424. That's EDGE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When the market reaches all-time highs, investors who try to sell high are met with the same excuses from their broker. You're in it for the long haul. Stay the course. Don't sell now, you'll miss out on opportunity. But crash-proof consumers have not missed out on the recent market highs.
Kathleen Rocco from Langhorne, PA. I haven't missed out on growth opportunity this year. As a matter of fact, we've capitalized on it with crash-proof. With the crash-proof retirement system, we've gotten over 10% this year. The market can still go down. Don't lose any of that money. And it's no fees to. I'm getting the benefits of the stock market, but I don't have the downsides to it. It's not too good to be true. We're living proof of it.
You don't have to wait until our next event to start your crash-proof retirement educational process. Schedule an appointment or register for our next event at the Copperfield Inn on January 22nd. 800-72-9728 or crashproofretirement.com.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 debt? Are you barely getting by making payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about 6 relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy, take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $1,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-550-7766. 800-7766. That's 800-550-7766.
I'm John Moore. Last year, over 3 million people called more time of need, and with over 1 million of those calls coming from friends and family.
My name is Jason Williams, and I'd gotten hit from behind by a lady that was doing somewhere over $100 what they were saying. I've never dealt with anything like this, but that I talked to kept saying the same name, which was more hold for maybe 15 seconds. When they come back, absolutely take your case. As a non-tech savvy that I had, if I called, text, or email, they got right back to me. It as easy for me as it could have been.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's law firm for a reason. With over 900 attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com. Near you. Morgan & Morgan, official partner of the Philadelphia 75.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Real Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. And local from Philadelphia. Free speech here. It's Kayal and Company. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday already, which is interesting because on Monday when we were last here, it felt like Friday. Is it just me? Been like that. Good morning. On this Friday, December 22nd, Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Christmas is over. Kwanzaa, day 2. You got Hanukkah. Is it day? Trying to keep track of all these holidays.
Yes.
Definitely over, though.
Yeah, because Hanukkah started
The same
set.
Yes.
Sunset Christmas night.
So that's 8 crazy nights. 2 into that now. I need a scoreboard here. I'm going to need a tote board to keep up with the holiday traditions. Yesterday was Boxing Day, not when you're taking out stuff and you're trying to get rid of stuff in the house you don't use. Good morning. It's Tony Bruno, Miss Robin in here. What a crazy week it's been. It's one of those weeks where Monday felt like Friday and this Eve, and people were running around like crazy trying to get last-minute gifts, which we did when we drove down to Maryland on Monday. Pretty good. I really didn't have to get anybody gifts this year. It was really easy.
For you.
I told her anything, and I wasn't getting any adult anything.
That never works.
That's the rules. Sorry, Robin. That's the rules.
Take away the joy of others giving you gifts there, Tony, though. Come on.
No, I didn't accept any gifts.
Really true.
No, people were giving me like bottles of wine. Those aren't gifts.
When
somebody gives you a bottle of wine. Everybody like a good bottle of red. And so people, I only got one bottle of wine this year.
I know. Well, they knew that we were flying. You can't.
Exactly. You can't put bottles in your
Although, so on the way back from Tony wants to drive by the Total Wine and More on Naaman's Road.
Exactly.
Like liquor mecca of the world.
It really
if
is.
you've never been there, you have to go. It's amazing.
They're all over the place, Total Wine, and the superstores up there right off of I-94. And they have like police getting you in and out of the parking lot. That's how crazy
it's amazing.
that place is.
It has every liquor that you could possibly imagine. And Tony wanted to stop there. I'm like, why?
I know,
what
you're
are we
right.
going to do? How are we going to take anything home? This
I was
doesn't
looking
make
for
sense.
little Baileys, for New Year's Eve when you got to put Baileys in the coffee. They got all those traditions unlike any other. But a great week. Well, the weekend is now. See, that's the thing. Nobody knows what to do anymore. It's going to be the craziest week ever because you don't normally get a Christmas on a Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so then you have people went to work, some of them, but a lot of people have mailed in the entire year. Most people that I say, hey, when are you going back to work? January 6th. I think Nick Kayal's coming back on January 6th, right?
Yeah.
What a bum.
I know. I think he's coming back Thursday of next week.
Oh, is he?
Is he?
I think so.
When is Thursday? What are the dates?
What is that day? I don't even know.
I should know, right?
Hold on.
Because New Year's Day will be next Wednesday, right? Because the same thing. Christmas is on. You have a calendar, Robin?
Yeah, I'm doing this right now.
I actually have it too.
We're totally clueless. That would be January 2nd. Is Thursday.
Yes.
Okay, so Wednesday is the 1st. And then Nick, because of all the college bowl games, I don't think he really. Although he'll be watching it. By the way, I'll watch one single solid sporting event this weekend. I tried to watch the NFL games on Netflix. They were terrible games. When you have 16 people over my great son's house down there in Maryland, 16 people over for Christmas dinner, you're talking the family and friends. My kids were there, my daughter's there, the grandkids are there. And you turn the TV on, and then Netflix had it on. Netflix spent the entire day running promos for all of their movies and commercials. And luckily, they hired professional broadcasters to do the play-by-play.
When you haven't seen people for a year, it's rude to watch TV while...
You have to have it on, though. You know what I mean?
Sort of in the background,
Exactly.
like that noise.
So anyway, a lot of people are coming back on January 6th, which is the following Monday, right? Is that January 6th? I don't have the calendar.
Yeah, no, January 6th is the following Monday.
Okay, so that's when a lot of people are going back. Like government workers.
Yeah.
Who are mad about the government shutdown that didn't happen, thankfully.
Your son is not going back to work until January 6th.
Yeah, because he works for the IRS. Must be nice to have a job like that.
Government armed agents?
What's that?
Is he one of those armed agents for the IRS?
He's not an armed agent. No, he has a highest security clearance possible.
Really?
But he still can't get my taxes straightened out.
He supervises the armed agents.
Yes, he does. And I say, AJ, I need a little help here. Help a dad out with his taxes? Because I have like 6-month extensions. Every year I file for an extension. Not hair extensions, not other extensions, not things that people like to extend on their personal
bodies. They give an extra extension because of the weather, the hurricanes. And
exactly, yes. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about today. Dan Borowski, once again, producing the great Phil Almquist in the back row. Jim Kelly in the house. And you know the number 855-839-1210. 855-839-1210. That's the number to call in and check out the program. It is Friday the 27th. We've got the Eagles playing the Cowboys in one of those weeks where it's like, it's Eagles-Cowboy. Remember Eagles-Cowboy week used to be a big deal? Now, because of the way they lost last week, they play Sunday. CeeDee Lamb has been shut down by the... So we're at that part of the season now where a lot of teams are mailing it in. I'm glad I didn't watch 1 second of the final Prime Video Thursday night football game. I didn't even turn it on.
Yeah.
You know what the final score of that game last night was? 6-3. Seattle beat Al Michaels. His head must have exploded.
Oh, how boring.
Now, I didn't watch it. Was Al? They had to be basically downtrodden doing that game, right?
I feel like Al's at his best, though, when he has nothing else to talk about.
Well, he used to talk about gambling all the time, but I didn't listen to it. 6-3. The big story yesterday, NBA players are mad that the NFL has stolen Christmas Day. Did you see it, LeBron? Christmas is our day. And the NFL said, not so fast, my friends. We're the big boys in town. And again, you can watch whatever you want. And ABC, to their credit, they put all of their NBA games on ABC so people knew where to find it.
Right.
A lot of people didn't even realize the games were on Netflix on Christmas Day, the 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them were. The second game, which was really unwatchable, the Baltimore Ravens game, 31-2. The reason people watch that, Beyonce at halftime was on for 13 minutes. 27 million people watching her do her cowboy Indian thing. No Indians, just cowboys and cowgirls.
Yeah.
And there were some fine-looking cowgirls out there. And how about them No, that's the Cowboys. This is the Houston Texans who stunk on dry ice. I don't know how anybody was watching those 2 games on Christmas Day.
I love the NFL, but Christmas is our day.
Yeah, thank you, LeBron. Did they win or lose the Lakers last night? I know the Sixers won in Boston. Did the Lakers win or lose on Christmas Day? Because who's paying attention to that stuff? Seriously.
They won by 2.
The Lakers did? Did they cover?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know the Sixers pulled off a shocker up in Boston, but again, I wasn't watching any of that stuff. And again, if you want to watch the NBA on Christmas Day, watch it. If you want to watch meaningless college football, there was a lot of that yesterday, too. And I guarantee you, if Nick Kayal were here today, his head would explode. Hearing me rip these meaningless college football bowl games now that infest the airwaves. It's for degenerate gamblers. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And remember, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
No, I was too busy putting together marble racing.
Yeah, the kids. When you got all kinds of kid stuff, you got to put it together and you got to play with the damn kids on Christmas Day. That's what it's all about.
Drones, little mini drones,
Yes.
and marble racing tracks.
Awesome
It was
stuff.
awesome.
Meanwhile, we got a lot to talk about today. We have fake inspection stickers in Pennsylvania. Remember back in the day, because here in Pennsylvania, for people who don't, you have to have your car inspected every year.
Right.
New Jersey's the same way, but New Jersey uses the state. You go into a state place, you pull in there, and then they inspect your car, but they don't do the work. Like here, you'll go to a gas station or, a service station that takes care of your car, and then you get the brakes checked, all the inspection
Right, and it's
stuff.
authorized to be a state
and then they
inspection
scrape
place.
the old ones, and then you get a 1-year inspection sticker.
Right.
I still have on our truck in Florida my 2023 Pennsylvania inspection sticker there. It doesn't matter down there because there is no state
Right.
inspection in Florida. They just charge you tax every year on your car, like California.
But I mean, I actually like, because you don't see hoopties driving on the road here, and if you do, you know there's something wrong.
It doesn't matter. You can't stop anybody anymore.
Well, that's
in
true, too.
California, half of the people driving don't have their cars
Right.
up to snuff.
In California and other parts of the United States where they don't have an inspection, you can see cars that are put together with duct tape, and there's like rope that's holding on a bumper. It's crazy.
But don't
here-
worry. Gavin Newsom says you gas-powered vehicle in 2035, everybody will have electric hoopties. And when they break down or they run out of juice on the highway, all of those charging stations that the government got billions of dollars to put out there, they still haven't done more than 8 of them worldwide. So the government, once again, taking care of you so you can't take care of yourself. But we got a lot to talk about. We have Kwanzaa. We'll have Kamala Harris reminiscing about her great days growing up in Canada following Kwanzaa 2 years after she was born.
And I'll tell you some math that's not mathing up.
We have math?
Yes.
I thought there was not going to be any math on this show.
Too early for math.
It is.
Well, I did it for you, Tony. So you don't have to worry about it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking that bullet there.
You're very welcome.
But I love this. So there's a fake inspection sticker story out there, and it's unbelievable. Because back in the day, if you couldn't pass your inspection, you know a guy. Here in Philly, I know a guy who can get you some inspection stickers, right? Are those guys still around?
Oh, I'm sure they are. And that's probably who.
When I see one, and you're a lush.
Well, it doesn't have to be a lush.
But that's probably who ordered the stickers, is those fake inspection guys.
No, I don't know who ordered them, but they were confiscated, and they came from Israel.
Take that thing out, unhook it.
Yeah, so the Jews are making fake inspection stickers and sending them to Philadelphia?
You're going to have a hell of a story on that.
I agree with
Hey, an
you.
order is an order, Tony.
Wish I'd known. I would have gotten my hands on a couple of them. But they confiscated 22,000 fake Pennsylvania inspection stickers from Israel. God forbid. Were they Hanukkah presents? I don't know. But so you can't get those. People are saying fix the sound, producer Dan.
I know. I'm looking at that. I'm pulling it up now. I don't know what they're talking about.
Sounds good in my headsets.
No, I believe that people are saying that the live feed to the YouTube stream is skipping and is not quite right. So that would be, I believe.
All right, we're working on it behind the scenes. If you're watching,
listening, it sounds fine. So
on the YouTube channel, at YouTube 1210 WPHT, on the Odyssey app, wherever you're listening to us, welcome. It is a Friday, which feels like Monday. No, every day felt like Friday this week, did it not? Every single day from Monday all the way through today feel like Friday.
We traveled. I'm all completely discombobulated.
Exactly.
One day, because we're getting up so early, one day feels like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I am.
Do we take a break here? Or we go to a caller on the line.
We can go to the call.
Yeah, let's bang a quick call here.
Yeah, Jim in Wilmington wants to talk about the inspection stuff.
Hey, Jim, good morning. By the way, while you're in Wilmington, Joe Biden is in Virgin Islands. He said, I'm getting the hell out of Delaware. It's too cold up. Take me down to St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands where it's sunny and warm. Jim, what's going on?
And then he's going to Italy next month.
Yeah, then he's going to Italy. Hey, listen, when you're winding down and you're vacation tour of the world, went to St. Croix, and then he's going to Italy. So, yeah, 91 Sixer says the streams are coming through like a LimeWire porn download. Boy, that's old school,
that's
right?
a whole reference.
That's an old school LimeWire porn.
Sir, it gets live.
Napster or LimeWire.
Bear share, right? What's that one
Absolutely, yep. Yeah. But the inspection system down here in Delaware, you never get out of the car, right? You beep the horn, you turn the lights, and you put the turn signals on, and you're driving through this tunnel, right? And you get down you get up around 8 miles per hour, and you're over top of this metal plate, and you slam the brakes on. And if the car stops, you pass.
Exactly, yeah. They don't take the wheels off and check the rotors and check the, how thick your brake pads are. The same thing in Jersey. Jersey and Delaware are similar. Pennsylvania, though, you have to go to not a gas station, but, an inspection station, which are normally
And then if there's something wrong with your car, you have to get them fixed.
Fix it there, yeah.
Which is, that's actually, out of all the government things that I don't like, this one I think is a good thing.
Yeah, but
your car should be safe.
Every state is different. That's how it works.
And I bought a new car in August, and I got registration for 6 years. That's a good thing. So I don't have to go through that tunnel for 6 years.
Well, you got to stop those damn tunnels, especially that Chesapeake Bay tunnel, 6 bridges. And it's like $70 to cross now or something like that.
The only good tunnel is that Carnival Tunnel, the Tunnel of Love.
The Tunnel of Love. That's the only Bruce Springsteen
go
song.
Over the bridge that got wiped out. Go for a
that one in Baltimore. Yeah, they're gonna fix that though. I think 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 years. Now Mayor Pete won't be able to finish fixing it to keep it from becoming another racist bridge as he's ready to leave office in a couple of days, a couple of weeks. Hey Jim, thanks for checking in this morning, buddy. There is Jim in Wilmington giving us an inspection, traffic, weather, and inspection update together. All right here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Your Penn State Nittany Lions are heading to the Fiesta Bowl on New Year's Eve.
Touchdown, Penn State! The Nittany Lions respond!
Penn State's postseason years, advancing to the CFP quarterfinal to face Boise State.
He's close, he's there, touchdown, Penn State!
Catch all the action New Year's Eve starting at 7 p.m.
Kyle drive into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here on your home for Penn State football. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT and on the free Odyssey app.
This is Larry Steinhaus with Investor Schooling. Are you ready for retirement? Have you prepared everything you need? Well, in Investor Schooling, we will teach you ways to better prepare for your retirement using real estate and the stock market. But you need to learn how to do it right, and that's what we teach. At Investor Schooling, we sell nothing but education. Come to Investor Schooling and learn how to have a better retirement. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now for this Thursday's class at 7 o'clock. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. This is Larry Steinhaus with Investor Schooling. Are you tired of hearing about the recession that's coming? Are you prepared for it? Well, listen, at investorschooling.com, we're going to teach you ways to prepare for the recession that you didn't even know existed. We're going to teach you strategies on how to use real estate. We're going to teach you strategies how to use the That's right, you could even make money in the stock market when the stock market goes down. Hey, go to investorschooling.com and register for a free class this Thursday night, and you will learn all of these techniques. Go to investorschooling.com right now, RSVP for this Thursday. We'll see you there.
As a business owner, you wear a lot of hats. One minute you're ordering today's inventory, and the next you're planning tomorrow's expansion. It's complicated, but your business credit card should be simple. With the Signify Business Cash Card by Wells Fargo, you earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases for your business with no caps or categories to track. Signify Business Cash, the deliberately simple business credit card. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/signify. Terms apply.
It's Joe Conklin with the City Rhythm Orchestra at Westchester University and Pittman, New Jersey in February.
Alan Iverson, Joel Embiid. My dad set this up. This was actually a Christmas gift to bring us all together, come see Joe and relive all the Philadelphia history. It's amazing.
That's Conklin with City Rhythm and the story of Philly sports through music. Westchester University on February 21st and the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey on February. Tickets to a Conklin show make great holiday. Go to JoeConklin.com. JoeConklin.com! Listen New Year's Eve as Penn State battles Boise State. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on the home of Penn State football. Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates, different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Hey, it's Greg with Kayal and Company. The NFL playoffs are almost here, and it's not to get in on the regular season action with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. It's America's #1 sportsbook right now. New customers can finish the season strong with $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. You heard that correct. $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. FanDuel has ways for you to pick up a W. Not only can you bet on who will win the game, but FanDuel also has bets for which player will score a touchdown, how many points each team will score, and so much more. All you have to do is go to FanDuel.com/Greg, FanDuel.com/Greg to join today. This way, you'll be all set for the biggest game of the year. FanDuel.com/Greg for your chance at $250 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of 1210 WPHT. 21 and over, President PA. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued at has non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Calling on Percocet to follow Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the Odyssey app.
Download it now.
I don't know why. That's my favorite Springsteen. Isn't that weird? Because I'm not a huge... I've never gone to one of his live shows. People who go to everyone and they want set list and all that other stuff. God bless you. For some reason, that album where Tunnel of Love was on, I don't know when it was. So the song had a nice, haunting quality to it. You follow me, Robin?
I do. I think you just like the Tunnel of Love thing, because you've told me about going
back in
to
the day, when I used to go to Willow Grove Park, our school trips from St. Rita's in South Philly, they would take us on a bus ride to Willow Grove. We're like, ooh, we're going on a road trip. And we were thinking, Willow Grove. And we didn't realize until we grew up that Willow Grove, you just go up Broad Street all the way and you keep going north and you're in Willow Grove Park. To us, it felt like, when you're in third grade, it's like, wow.
And they had
we're going really far away.
Well, you said you were very excited to go
in
on
the Tunnel of Love.
That's
where you make out. Not when I was in third grade, I wasn't making out with chicks at that point.
No?
I think it was like sixth grade. Was the first time. How old is a sixth grade person now?
13, I think.
Like 12, 13?
Yeah, I was definitely then at 12.
Well, you
that was my
started
wheelhouse.
smoking at 11.
Yeah.
You lost your virginity at 11 or 12, right?
It'll all be in the book. It'll all be in the book. Tony Bruno escapes the Tunnel of Willow Grove Park.
Tony, the album that this comes off of, this 1987 album.
Loved it.
Yeah.
There were a couple other good ones. What else in that album?
Got you tougher than the rest. All the heaven will allow. Spare parts. Cautious man. Yeah. Brilliant disguise is on
Brilliant
there.
Disguise is another good one.
One Step Up is on there.
Nah.
By the way, people are still complaining about the audio on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're saying
What's
it is
wrong
terrible.
with those people
it's very
out
choppy.
there?
If you are listening on YouTube and you're having a hard time, just watch the video on YouTube, but listen on the Odyssey app. Maybe you can do one. And get it as to why it's skipping.
Yeah, so our engineer, I think, is now. So we're trying to reach him. What's happening, though, is our stream computer is giving us some. Yeah,
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
There's a glitch in the Matrix, but me and on it, and we hope to have this fixed as soon as possible, but we are working on that.
So just switch over to the Odyssey app. It is working just fine. But for whatever reason, the YouTube video audio is
You know what that is?
Funky Cole Medina.
It's a. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Minnie.
Hello. Yeah, it's on, Joe.
Yeah, Minnie says Tony was an early bloomer. He was. He was 11 years old while you were smoking the one. What do you call them?
No, they were the Lucy's.
You
when
would
we were kids, we would go to the corner. They had like a pinball machine in there, cigarettes and stuff in there, and they would sell loose cigarettes for a $2 because back then a pack of cigarettes was like 25 cents. I'm talking about you know what I mean?
So anyway, you would then and you were seduced by a 17-year-old.
That's all for the book, Robin. Don't give it all away. It's not like a Hallmark movie in any way, shape, or form.
No. No, it was Tony was a bad boy.
But look what happened to me. I never went to jail. I never did drugs. I smoked cigarettes when I was a kid because that's what everybody did.
You were arrested, though, once.
I was only arrested once on New Year's Day when I started making out with a cop. I wanted to make out with a cop, and they threw me, and I was having too much to drink. Back in those days on Broad Street, when you grew up in South Philly, I literally lived right around the block.
You're a crumb creep lush coward.
Well, that's what happens on New Year's Day. You get all these young punk kids. You know, when the Mummers Parade used to actually start in South Philly and go up Broad Street before they changed everything and nobody wanted the Mummers any. But you go out on Broad Street, and you and I have done it, you know, where my mom's house is and where our house was literally half a block from Broad and Mifflin. And that's where we would go. That's where the Eagles Super Bowl parade was, the Phillies parade, the Sixers parade in 83.
I've
the
been
Flyers
out to the
parade in
Eagles
75.
parade, but I've never seen the Mummers parade on Only on
because
Tuesday.
they moved it. They moved the Mummers Parade further north because it used to start broad in Oregon and then come up and then stop locations and they would perform. And everybody wanted to be in that one spot where the string band would stop. But then they go all the way up to City Hall and around and then up the Parkway. I don't know where the hell they go anymore. Yeah, let me do a little show of the string bands. Can you crank it up? I got it. Struck. We were last night. You know where Robin and I went last night for dinner? Now, everything was pretty much closed because so we're driving around in the car, in my automobile. And we drove through Center City, and I wanted to see what was going on. But then I went on South Street. I'm looking for places that were open.
We'd heard about the cheesesteaks at Angelo's, so we
but
wanted
Angelo's
to go there.
was closed.
But
once they sell out there on 9th Street at Fitzwater, that's where they are.
So
it's a hot spot there.
Then we were like, we don't want to go and sit down anywhere because we knew we needed to eat quickly. And we need to get to bed so we can get up early this morning. And all of a sudden, I realized where we were. If Lorenzo's is open, let's go get a slice.
On South Street, where like anytime you go there, if you go a year later, half of the stores are not the same stores anymore. There's a lot of tattoo shops and stuff. So anyway, we get to Lorenzo's and there weren't any cars outside. So I didn't, you down there like on a crazy night, like on a Friday night or a Saturday night, that place is crazy. So we pulled right in front of the birthplace of Larry Fine there on South Street, 3rd and South. And then Robin walks in and gets 2 slices. The biggest slice of pizza
you've
on
ever
the planet.
seen.
And they're so good.
One slice is enough.
Yep.
For more than enough. And then you put a little bit of garlic powder and some oregano on it.
Man.
And
That was
and the thing
phenomenal.
about Lorenzo's, you have to eat it fresh.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and it's
because
amazing.
we've never kept it because you finish the whole. And by the way, if you haven't been there, the slices, they have a box just to put a slice in. And if you want to buy a whole pie, you have to get like 4 boxes to put it in. Because the pizza slices are the biggest pizza slices on earth. Have you been there, Dan? Lorenzo's, the
I pulled up
original
a picture of one of these things. They're huge,
Yeah,
man.
it's
I took a
huge.
picture in my
Delicious,
car.
too.
I had my arm just to show how long it is because I have long arms.
Here, let me see if
And
I
you
can
know
show.
what they say about long arms, don't you? Yeah. By the way, Janet on
Let
the.
me tell you something.
About it, Frank. Tony, I love the tunnel of Glenside. Would take the trolley car up to Willow Grove Park and rode the Thunderbolt. There it is. There's a photo of my hand. I mean, that's how big. Now, I have big hands, but it goes all the way up to my elbow. It's the biggest. And by the way, the price isn't that bad. It's $6 for that slice.
Sitting there.
I didn't have a tape measure in the car.
You unfurl the box, just throw your hand down there. Robin, take a picture. Look at this thing.
Where are you? Hello.
We're here, Greg. Relax. Greg Stocker checking in this morning.
Grandma Dean says, I just realized that Trump is doing a mummers dance instead of the YMCA.
That's right.
Yeah, he said that is. It's kind of the... Maybe he does have a little bit of Philly roots. He went to...
he went to the Wharton School.
Yeah, Wharton School
at
here.
the University of Pennsylvania. We got a lot of good stuff coming up in the cut sheet, too. The Donald Trump whole Canadian thing, Panama Canal.
Bad things happen in Philadelphia.
Well,
Bad things.
You're right.
Yes.
I mentioned we got hot inspection stickers from Israel. Who would have thought about that? Can't believe that story. I mean, I can believe anything. There's coming over, and then there's people robbing trucks down, and trucks come in, and then they go up.
Out of all the things that you could purchase to get away with something, inspection sticker is actually pretty smart. Because who's going to think that you have a fake inspection sticker? They just glance at them anyway.
Exactly. In fact, that nobody gets pulled over anymore. And so if you have, and I'm not encouraging fake inspection stickers.
But as fake things go, as Bobo things go, that one's actually pretty good.
Yeah, Lorenzo's are now, but the original one, there's one in Westchester, but the one on South Street down there near 3rd and South, that's the original. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Now you're making me hungry. By the way, talk about cheap shots against Philadelphia. Did you see what the Babylon Bee posted this weekend, Dan?
No, what they said.
It said, there's a picture picture of Santa Claus, and it says, Sleigh Jack delivering toys in Philadelphia. So even Santa wasn't able to get his things done. Even the Babylon Bee, for people that don't know, it's a sarcasm site.
Yeah.
Sometimes their headlines are so crazy you think they're real. In fact, most of the time they're more real than the actual headlines in newspapers, in the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer and every other newspaper. They're so good, and they never miss.
They're kind of like South Park. They'll make fun of something, and then a year or two later, it all comes true. And you're like, oh, no! How did they know?
Road Warrior with a cheap shot already at 6:30 in the morning. Road Warrior, nothing beats Tony reminiscing about his early vaudeville days with vaudeville music in the background. Really, Road Warrior? Vaudeville? Since when is Mummer's music vaudeville?
Well, maybe Road Warrior isn't from Philly. This is vaudeville.
I'm not quite vaudeville era. 60s isn't. Vaudeville wasn't the 60s, okay? I grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and today, too. We're playing all the great tunes. We're going to take a break, come back. 855-839-1210 is the number. You can check in. We'll have updates today on everything you need. Everything. It's Tony, Miss Robin, live for Kayal and Radio 1210 WPHT.
Hey, it's Nick Kayal, and I recently test drove the new Honda Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV. With a range of almost 300 miles and fast charge, you can cruise the roads world. Recharging options, including a portable charging kit for when you're on the go. Lease the Prologue today for as low as $229 per month or 0% financing for 7 months. Visit Piazza Honda in Philadelphia, Pottstown, Springfield, Reading, or details, or shop online at piazzahonda.com and tell them Nick sent you. Nick Kayal here. The holidays isn't over yet, so I have an announcement. Attention holiday shoppers, when you want to give the gift of Wawa, a digital gift card is an easy way to send it near or far. Just visit wawa.com, pick one of our festive card designs, enter your card amount, and write a message. Your Wawa gift card will show up in their inbox instantly. It's like magic. Purchase a digital gift card today and give the gift Wawa to someone you love. Happy gifting and happy holidays from Wawa.
Saving for retirement is one thing. Making your money last? For that, you need some help. Listen to Joe Yakovich on The Heart of Your Money, Sundays at 9 on Talk Radio 1210. WPHT.
Chronic pain, cancer, fatigue. Find out about the benefits of medical hydration therapy on Health Watch with Dr. Molly Fantasia every Sunday morning at 8 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Deborah Heart and Lung Center and Cleveland Clinic Heart Vascular and Thoracic Institute have formed a powerful alliance. Legends in caregiving New Jersey families, the most sophisticated heart team in America. Innovators in research and patient care who've made life better for thousands of patients, raising the standard for the next generation of care. The alliance between Deborah Heart and Lung Center and Cleveland Clinic Heart Vascular and Thoracic Institute means the highest quality care close to home for you. DemandDeborah.org.
At PGW, safety is essential to delivering clean, reliable natural gas to Philadelphia homes and businesses. If you smell gas, call PGW at 215-235-1212.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
This is a commercial for California Psychics, America's most trusted psychic network. So, if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. No, really, this is it. You won't see your soulmate's face in the clouds or your career path mapped out in your cappuccino foam. This really is it. We could add some dramatic sound effects if you'd like. So what you waiting for? Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
Don't go through another winter spending your hard-earned money on high heating costs or wrapped in the blankets on a couch as cold air comes rushing through your old drafty windows and doors. Upgrade your home with professionally installed energy-efficient windows and doors from my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Guida is celebrating the holidays with their big end-of-year sales event. Get 40% each window you buy. Yep, 40% professionally installed window. You'll also receive 40% off any door, including entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. And don't worry about touching your holiday money, because Guida will start your project with no money down and allow you to pay it off interest-free for up to 12 months. If you need new windows and doors, then you need to go Guida right now so you can take advantage of these huge savings. All prior sales excluded. Offer expires December 31st. So call Guida today to schedule a free in-home estimate at 877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's go, GUIDA.com.
Keep free speech alive. Follow 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
We get it on most every night, except when it's cold and the heater's not working and it's freezing out and you want to be in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands with Joe Biden and Dr. Jill doing the final vacation tour. I didn't have a final vacation tour yet. Some sad news in football. You saw that Bill Bergey, you grew up and remember the Eagles back in the Dick Vermeil days, back in the took over a sad sack team and the whole Invincible era with team. And Bill Bergey was the middle linebacker for those great Eagles back in the mid-'70s. Number 66. Vivacious guy, always a friendly guy to be around.
Obviously, you knew him, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I covered those teams from the beginning, from Dick Vermeil when he first came here. I was doing a show on Friday nights on WFIL back in the day with Stan Walters, who was the left tackle on that Eagles team, with that great Eagles team that went on to the Super Bowl in 1980 in New Orleans. And Bill Bergey was number 66. In fact, in that Super Bowl, Bill Bergey couldn't play because he was injured. But he was such an integral part of that rebooting of the Eagles franchise under Dick Vermeil. And Bill Bergey came over from Cincinnati in the mid-'70s, middle linebacker, wore number 66, battling cancer for several years, and he passed away over the weekend at the age of 79. And interestingly enough, 20 years ago yesterday, Reggie White, another iconic Philadelphia Eagle, one of the greatest players in NFL history, period, passed away at the age of 43. So that was 20 years ago. So that was 2014 on December 26th that Reggie White passed away.
One of your favorite people.
One of my favorite players and human beings. Got to know Reggie, got to cover him, got to go to the Super Bowl with him when he was with Green Bay and saw him win the Super Bowl after Norman Brayman and the Eagles allowed him to just leave the franchise. And the coward coach Dick Kotite did nothing. Didn't even call Reggie White when he was eligible to leave and just let him go. And then Reggie goes to Green Bay and wins the Super Bowl.
He was heartbroken to leave.
Absolutely.
Here, right?
If you've seen the 30 on 30 on Reggie White, you know, I appear in that documentary because we held this rally down at the Love statue in Love Park in Center City, Philadelphia. Had like 25,000 people to condemn the Eagles ownership group because that's what we did back in the day. If you didn't like something, and this is before internet and people going on social media, you would have a little demonstration, but it wasn't violent. We didn't overthrow the city. We didn't topple the Frank Rizzo statue, any of that stuff. And so we went out there, and it was a big story. It was national news. And we stood up and we said, you know what? You can't allow a guy like Reggie White to just leave. But they did. And then Reggie got the last laugh and won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We'll have Trump now getting involved not only with the Panama Canal, but also now with Canada. And we'll have that in the cut sheet coming up. Dan slaving over a hot cut sheet over the weekend while everybody else was celebrating. Now, Dan, you had your Christmas thing, right?
Yeah.
What exactly did you do on Christmas?
Spent it with family. So I have a nephew, niece with my sister-in-law. That's my wife's sister. So they had a nice dinner Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we went to her parents' house, who they live out in Cape May County, and spent
Down
it
the
with
shore, so you were down the shore.
kind of near the shore.
Cape May
Still, like,
County, that's like the Cape May
but
courthouse
like the
there.
most eastern or most western part of Cape May County. You're still talking like 30 minutes to the beach.
Yeah, so what town would that be?
It's
Courthouse, Cape May Courthouse.
It's like Weymouth Township, which is Atlantic County. But then right over the edge there, I don't know exactly what it is. Dorothy is what it is. The town address, Dorothy, New Jersey. You ever hear that?
No, I only know the one in the
I
house
think it's
fell
Atlantic
on.
County, actually, now that I say it. But
Is that Atlantic or Cape May County?
I don't know. It's one of those two shore counties.
It's on the way to Cape May. I know
On the way
that.
to
Yeah.
Cape May. I found my love again. There it is. Yeah.
So I hope everybody had a great Christmas.
Yes.
I mean, Christmas is a day where everybody's happy for the most part. Even if you're broke like I am, you just put everything on your credit card. Unlike the government, though, you have to eventually pay your credit cards. And if you don't, then you get hit with 26% interest. But
Or
that's what a
even
lot of
more
people did
sometimes
this
now.
year. Yeah. But
That's one of the-
26 is bad enough, Robin.
That's one of the things that I really hope Trump does early on is force credit cards to not allow. Like, these interest rates are insane.
Of course they are, Robin. Are you going to play a little...
No.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, some Charlie Brown, Vince
I
Guaraldi.
hate this one.
No, but this Vince Guaraldi version is good. It's chill. You
no.
get somebody sitting at a piano.
Yeah,
Here's-
the instrumental, the one that she hates is this one, though.
No, there's another one out there where I think it's the adults are singing as well, and it sounds like nails on a chalkboard to me. It's like, it's just awful.
And by the way, all the Christmas stations still playing Santa Claus is coming to town. Can we stop with Santa Claus came and he's gone. All right?
He ain't coming back for another
In fact, the Advent
363
count,
days.
my little grandson, Dominic, was counting down with a chalkboard. You know how they had the Advent counters where you open calendars where you open each one of the little windows to each day? He had a chalkboard.
And it's a little fireplace that has on the inside is a chalkboard, and it says days till Christmas.
Yep.
So that was his job this year is to write the 24 days of Christmas and count it down. So right afterwards, when it went to 0, he's like, okay, now what? And we told him that it had to go to 364, and he was very upset.
Yeah, so it went from 0 days to and then he puts 360, and he says 364 days. I said, yeah, that the countdown restarts.
He was not happy.
You have to
about
wait
that.
364 more.
Poor little
Dominic. So Santa skipped on New York City this year. Can you blame? I hope he stayed away from the subways in New York. That was really bad. And it didn't stop. It wasn't just a woman on we talked about on Monday. All kinds of crazy stuff going on in New York.
Now, I want to hear, what I would like to hear from people, what the most amazing gift was. It doesn't have to be a gift that they received.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was something that somebody else received that went over the biggest. Like, what was the most amazing gift somebody got that was either something that they'd so wanted or it was touching? I would love to hear these
Did you
stories.
get stiff this year? Did you not get what you wanted?
Or, yeah.
Tony's
or
got
the
the dark
opposite.
side of this.
Yeah. I want to hear the good. Tony wants to hear the bad.
Yes, we did play Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey song.
That's Dominic's song.
Yeah, my grandson Dominic, he
Does he
loves
like
that
it?
song.
Yeah.
He thinks it's named after him.
He thinks
At
that's
what
his
age
song.
does it switch to, distaste towards the song?
I don't think you can ever hate that song.
Oh.
The other one is I Want a Hippopotamus.
Yeah.
This is Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey.
Jingity jing, it's Dominic
the donkey.
Jingity jing,
This is Lou Monte.
Christmas donkey. La
La la la la la la.
The other song that he really likes is I Get Nothing for
Well, yeah.
Christmas. That's the one he likes too.
But when you have a song named after
Yeah.
you, and why does Dominic have to be a donkey? Why does it have to be named Dominic?
Oh, I told him it should be the Italian monkey because he's like a little monkey.
All right, everybody now, Lou Monte. Come on, Lou.
It's Dominic the donkey.
Now, if you would like to call in with any of your good or bad Christmas stories, again, the phone number is 855-839-1210.
We got a couple of callers if you want to take some.
Yeah, let's go to the phones.
Yeah, let's take Bob in Warminster who wants to talk about the inspection stickers that we spoke about.
I knew that inspection story would. I saw that. I found it by accident. I'm scanning and I see CBS Philly posting a story about this inspection, and I'm thinking, wow, somebody made some hot ones, maybe up near the auto mall up there, where all the junkyards are.
Israel.
No, all the way. Israel is making bogus inspection stickers for Pennsylvania, and they almost made it through until we can't find illegal immigrants, but we can find illegal inspection stickers. How does somebody find 22,000 inspection stickers? Let's go to a man who may know. Good morning.
Bob?
Good morning. How are you today? Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
How are you? That's good. Dominic the Donkey's the greatest Christmas song ever, by the way.
I don't think there's much debate over that. Dominic the Donkey, it's alliterative. We like alliteration.
Well, I have a vowel at the end of my name, so that was a Christmas staple growing up.
Absolutely.
But listen, I don't know what's going on with the inspection stickers today, but I do have a story where I did a rolling stop through a stop sign, and I got pulled over, and the police officer came up and got my documentation, went back to the car, and when he came back to my car, he reached in the window with a razor blade and scraped my stickers that were legitimate off my window.
Why?
What?
And I asked him, well, that's what I said. I said, what are you doing? And I guess the guy who put them on didn't clean my window well enough, and it was like dog-eared on the one side. So he told me I have fake inspection stickers.
No!
And they
Wow.
were, yes, absolutely legitimate stickers. So obviously, I fought the ticket. I got a ticket for rolling through the stop sign. He gave me a ticket for false, badges on my windshield. And then I had to go to the gas station that did my inspection, get new stickers, get them to fill out a form. It was a mess. But I was like, he just reached in my window, didn't say a word to me, and just started scraping them off my window.
How
and I was
rude.
like, what is going on?
How long ago was this? Because now,
check.
now cops are afraid to pull anybody over for legitimate reasons.
Yeah, it was way before today. It was probably early 2000s. But, it was just absolutely crazy. So they do look at them, but they don't always get it right.
No, that's true. But the other thing that they stopped doing is that they would send you that little sticker that you would put on your license plate in one corner because people were finding ways to rip them off that didn't have a registration.
Right.
And they would steal your 2024 sticker, whatever the year was, and then put it on their car so they didn't have to pay for it because the police would see that sticker before they would see the inspection sticker on the front because that was the registration of the car. The inspection and the registration are two different things, but they're both obviously things that you're not allowed to do. But the bottom line is that the sticker that was on the license plate, people found ways to get them off somebody's car, and then you would have to go try to find another one before you got a ticket for not having not having your registration until you get stopped and you show the police. So now they don't do it anymore. It's now electronic, and so if you do get stopped, that's where they know that your registration is up to date.
Yeah, so that was my story in the past. I can't talk to the fake inspection stickers coming from Israel, but sometimes they get it wrong anyway.
And that's the most amazing part of that story. Is not that people are finding hot inspection stickers, but they print them in Israel right in the middle of a war.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're dodging bombs from Hamas, but making fake inspection stickers.
That is pretty amazing.
All right, buddy. Thanks for checking in today.
Listen, Happy New Year to you guys.
Thank you. You too.
Have a good day.
You too. I knew that fake inspection sticker story would ring. That rings for everybody. I mean, if you're in Pennsylvania, obviously, where we have state inspection, but other states do too. But Pennsylvania's is weird. It's like in Florida. You don't have inspection stickers. No. But what they do in some states, like California and Florida, is they charge you every year. Mm-hmm. You don't pay it used to be like $24 to get your inspection, and then they'd scrape the sticker off and put a new one on. And if you had a new car, 4 or 5 years you can go. You don't have to worry about getting brakes, unless you're driving 200,000 miles a year. But for the most part, Is the sound better now? Is it, or people are saying it sounds better now on the YouTube channel?
I don't know yet. I just put the question out there to see if it sounds better.
Yeah, so I'll be fully transparent. What we did is we went through the computer and eliminated some of the more heavy tasks that the computer was dealing with, and it looks like things have cleared the way. The reason we don't want to do a hard reset yet is because we have all the clips loaded in. It's going to be a lot of recovery after that.
Did we just try a Control-Alt-Delete?
Pretty much. yeah, Control-Delete Task Manager and find those,
Did you go into DOS mode and then straighten it out?
Yes, C://
Manglemush is saying that the sound is good on his end. So
beautiful.
Whatever you did looks like it worked. Yay.
Good. We have Kevin in Bucks County who wants to talk about the Philly taco. I have no idea what that means. And then we also have Mike in South Carolina who wants to explain Dominic the donkey. So I don't know where you want to go first.
Well,
guys.
let's bang 2 calls in a row here because we could.
Well, since we were talking about Dominic the donkey, let's do that one first. And
let's
then go
wrap
to the
up with the Dominic story because Dominic is my grandson, of course, because that's important. And Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning.
Mike in South Carolina.
Yep. And no, I used to live in near Philadelphia on the Jersey side, but so I listen to you guys every morning, and I love it when you're on.
Well, thank you, sir.
I love it.
Thank you, sir.
So anyhow, the Dominic the donkey is supposed to be, I mean, the Italians claim it as the donkey that Mary rode in on to Bethlehem.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. And so that somehow, I don't know, got diluted into this other thing. Bing da dong, da bing da bing da bong.
Yeah.
So
I can just picture Mary and Joseph saying, Dominic, move it. We need to get to Bethlehem.
Yeah. Who brought the frankincense? Who brought the gold, frankincense, and myrrh, though? That was the 3 wise guys, right? And they're wise guys. And you figure they're Italian. You got 3 wise guys. Hey, yo, where the wise guys at? Come on, get Mary on that damn donkey. Get her in here now and bring the gold, frankincense. You can keep the frankincense and myrrh. Give me the damn gold. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, where are the wise guys?
Yo.
I know a couple of wise guys who know a couple of wise guys that can get you inspection stickers if you need one now.
Yep, that's it. See, and I didn't quite make it to Florida. I ended up in South Carolina for some weird reasons. And
that's
guess
nice
what?
down there.
I don't have any inspection sticker except a little sticker that goes on my license plate. So I can take literally a race car off a NASCAR speedway and make it a car on the road. There is no inspection down here whatsoever.
Wow.
And
it's a free-for-all.
Yeah, it's amazing how. And then listen, every state's different. That's how it works. Some states just charge you at the end of the year, based on your car value, or they charge you a flat fee. Some put it on the value of the car. Like in California, they really get you at the end of the year. You're paying like $300-$400 to get your car registered every year. It's an outrage.
I can't wait till California falls off the end of the continent.
It's coming near, but we have a lot of family and friends out there. I don't want it to fall off.
Okay.
That's coming near.
No, we don't want it to fall
only the
off.
Santa Cruz wharf that fell off the other day. Did you see that?
That was insane.
Oh yeah! Wow. Yeah, that was wild. Yep.
All right. Well, have fun down there in South Carolina. Appreciate you listening and checking in. Thanks, buddy.
My pleasure.
Take care, man.
Do we have
this is the instrumental version of Dominic.
Do we have time for the one more call before we break, or do we need to do that on the other side?
Yeah, are you guys aware of the Philly taco? It's a specialty here in the city.
I'm not.
I know many kinds of tacos, but not the Philly. Let's go to the Philly taco line.
Kevin in Bucks County.
Kevin in Bucks County. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning. I have 3 quick real things. With regard to the registration stickers, I had one taken, but they didn't scrape the sticker. It made it so much easier. They just used tin shears and snipped the corner of the plate.
Oh, yeah, on the actual license plate. You're right. That's back in the day when you have to put that sticker on, Yeah,
it was in Delco in the 1990s. So that was one. Reggie White's story. We were at Dr. J's house in 1991, and Reggie, big as life.
Yep.
He's standing next to Leonard Toes, and he turns to him and goes, so when are you going to buy back the team? I'm like, really? I'm like, dude, That's why he sold the team. He couldn't gamble or anything.
Well,
But
he was in financial trouble because he was gambling in Atlantic City, and Leonard Toews basically lost the team, and he then sued, claiming that they were juicing him up with liquor because they knew he was a bad card player, and that they would get him drunk, and he would basically lose enough money that cost him to go bankrupt with his trucking company, Leonard Toews.
Did he win that lawsuit?
Right.
No, he didn't win the lawsuit.
I was going to say that's
There's
a
no
pretty good
way
excuse.
you're going to beat a casino by claiming that they were purposely putting liquor on. They just keep giving you drinks to get too drunk to know what you're doing.
Well, I had a neighbor that was a bookie, fronted him like $300 in the casino. He didn't know it was Leonard. And as a thank you, Leonard's like, give me your address. And he mailed him season tickets for 1 year.
No, Leonard Toews was a great man, and he was a great owner. Everybody loved
the Philly
it.
Taco.
Yeah, the Philly Taco.
The Philly Taco. It's specific. It's a cheesesteak wrapped around a slice of Lorenzo's. It's a real thing. Look it up. Like travel videos on YouTube. It has to be a Jim's cheesesteak though, wrapped around a Lorenzo's slice.
Good Lord.
Well, it's only a block apart there on South Street.
I cannot even imagine.
Yeah,
eating
Jim's is
something like
reopened. Last time we were here, it burned down and they reopened. There was a line outside of Jim's
it was
last night.
wrapped around the side. Yeah.
So it's a Jim's cheesesteak, but wrapped. So
Lorenzo's is the taco,
right, and then the cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak is the filling.
Yep.
It's how many calories you think is in that, whole
just
package?
a few. Just
10
a few.
bazillion.
I mean, one slice of pie from Lorenzo's must be like 5,000 calories by itself.
And they're like the soup Nazi. They're like, move, plain only, no boxes.
Yep.
You want to order a pie, you'll have to order individual slices. Next, move, next. I love Lorenzo's.
Adios, muchacho.
Exactly. All right, man. Let's appreciate it. There's a lot of good information in that call right there.
Merry Christmas, frohe Weihnachten, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and don't forget Kwanzaa. It's day number 2 of Kwanzaa. We'll have to run down. Each day has a significant meaning. In the cut sheet, the woman who could have been president of the United States has comments on Kwanzaa and what it means to her. That's all ahead coming up in the next hour. The cut sheet, all kinds of good stuff right here. Filling in for Nick Kayal, Dawn, and that Greg Stocker guy, Tony Bruno, Miss Robin on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
With so much uncertainty in the world today, you may find yourself wondering, is now even the right time to retire?
So many people are, those folks are going to be waiting a really long time. I say, perfect time. The market is always unpredictable and volatile.
Fortunately, Jim Cipriotti has been helping through and beyond retirement for over 25 years. He wants to help give you that freedom to retire. Listen to Freedom to Retire with Jim Cipriotti, Saturday mornings at 9 and Sunday afternoons at 12:10 WPHT.
It's that time of year again. Parenti, the lead dog at the Dogs and Cats Rule stores. If you're a pet parent like I am, you know that the holidays are just as important to our four-legged kids as they are to us. At the Dogs and Cats Rule stores, our goal is to make holiday shopping easier. When it comes to getting the cutest Christmas-themed toys, collars, and leads, we have absolutely everything. That's Dogs and Cats Rule, now with 7 convenient locations. Shop small, shop local, shop family. Happy holidays from all of us at Dogs and Cats Rule.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I... Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Let cold season make you miserable. Try the quick solution for nasal congestion, Navage. Navage uses gentle suction to flush out your sinuses with refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all winter long. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at select warehouse clubs in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better fast. Check out Navage at your local retailer today. Navage, Navage, breathe easy.
Do you have a property that you no longer want? Maybe you inherited the property. Maybe you're underwater in the property. Or maybe you're just a tired landlord, tired of dealing with tenants. Listen, I can buy those properties, and I'll buy those properties fast. I can close in 2 weeks. I buy properties cash. My name is Larry Steinhaus. Give me a call at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137, and I will personally answer the call. You can also visit easyOutRealEstate.com. Hey, this is Larry Steinhaus from Investor Schooling. Did you know I have a radio show every Saturday from 1 to 3? It's called The Larry Steinhaus Show, and it's sponsored by Investor Schooling. On this show, you will learn things about finances and things about money that you never knew before. But even more of a reason to listen to this show is how much fun we have. If you haven't heard the banter between Omri and Dr. Deb, you haven't heard the greatest show on earth. This show this Saturday at 1 o'clock right here on WPHT, and I promise you will learn something.
Is your home drafty or windows and doors just won't open like they used to anymore? Brighten your home with new doors and windows from Emmons Roofing and Siding.
We offer a wide selection to fit your style, ensuring energy efficiency and aesthetic appeal.
And new doors and windows enhance your home's value and comfort.
Call us today at 856-885-6677 or visit us at callemmons.com.
From top to bottom,
to inside and out,
at Emmons, we have you covered.
Give the gift of flavor this holiday season with Hatfield Pork. Whether you're hosting a big family gathering or cozy candlelit dinner, Hatfield bacon, ham, marinated tenderloins, ground pork, and sausage will transform your holiday meal into a savory celebration. Share the joy of great taste this season. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and retail partners near you. Happy holidays from your friends at Hatfield.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Mamacita, ¿dónde está Santa Claus? ¿Dónde está Santa Claus?
Santa Claus has vamoosed for another year, kid. But I love this song. Mamacita. Speaking of breakfast tacos.
What you got over there?
It's a box. My hamstring is
gotcha.
Cramping a little bit. So Robin went out and got me a box. What's in the box? I have to keep my legs elevated.
I got some red wine over here if you want it from Frank in South Philly.
Is he bringing? Where's the wine?
Right behind me. That make your life feel better?
No, I don't got to drink wine at 7 o'clock in the morning.
No, I mean, it's celebration time, right?
I just
It's
need
post-holidays. Why not?
Do we have? That was Kevin. I didn't realize that was Kevin Pulls on the phone.
Oh, sorry. Should have let you know that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It just said Fish Friday fajitas. It's Tuna Taco Friday. It's Red Wine Friday.
Yeah, right? You sure?
Is today National Fruitcake Day?
I think Red Wine Friday does not start at 6 a.m.
Not here, it doesn't.
No.
In some places, it does.
Yeah, maybe.
Good thing it's 7 a.m.
No, I don't. No, you never have it. I don't drink before noon.
No.
I didn't really drink much this weekend at all. You don't.
No.
I don't need alcohol to survive.
It is fruitcake day. You're right.
It is?
Yeah.
Is that on the calendar?
Yeah.
It's that one fruitcake that gets passed on from generation to generation, right, Clark? It's the
Actually,
key gift.
on X, there was somebody who said, "What do you call this?" And it was a picture of a fruitcake, and I said, "A doorstop." It is the most disgusting cake. Whoever invented it, those colored candies are just fruit. That's not fruit. They're bitter. Ugh. Sorry, for anybody that likes fruitcake, I am not one of them.
Just give me a Toblerone. Robin likes the Toblerones. I like those, the big things that you peel apart. What are those called? The panettone. Named after me. It means Tony's bread. Tony.
Panettone Bruno.
But they're soft and you just pull apart. And
yeah, that's a lot of people, if you're not Italian, you don't realize that. You're not supposed to cut it with a knife. You're supposed to pull it apart.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
See what you learn on the show?
I know.
I feel like the old...
Wait, isn't the panettone just a fruitcake?
No, panettone is soft when you pull it apart.
It's like almost like a angel cake consistency, and it has sometimes it has like little bits of chocolate in it, which is Tony's favorite.
Yes.
Others have some kind of like fruitcake has these
It's a
big
fruitcake.
chunks of fruit.
It's the same thing.
No,
No, it's not.
at
Fruitcake
all.
is
It's
dense.
cake with fruit in it.
No, but fruitcake is dense and solid.
It's like a freaking doorstop.
Panettone is soft
light
and
and
pliable.
My
and you just-
entire life, I've navigated it, kind of associating what I know as like those boxes that kind of unfold with the panettone in it.
Yeah.
As like standard fruitcake.
Yeah, I asked Luigi when he was in Philly last week before if Condom Kingdom was still on South Street. He said, no, of course it is.
How
he
did
drove
you
by
go
it
from
last night.
fruitcake to Condom
Because
Kingdom?
people are asking
Same
about
question.
Condom Kingdom, not
This
me.
is such a-
I'm on the YouTube stream, and I'm monitoring the YouTube stream, and that people are asking questions, so we have answers. That's why we're here, Robin. Don't you know?
Oh, so 91.6er says, Miss Robin, the fruitcake flavored Condom Kingdom are already on clearance. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you.
Anyway,
Do we have any more calls?
Oh, we got the cut sheet coming up.
I know we do, but we have callers that are so excited to hear from you. And
I know they can call in. You know the number.
The number-
855-839-1210. 855-839-1210. The cut sheet comes up this hour. We have all kinds of great sound from over the weekend. Although it's Friday. The weekend's just starting.
I know. And then pretty soon, before you know it, it's going to be 2025.
How many more days, Robin?
It's hard.
5 days, I think.
Do you ever
right?
do that where you kind of you hit a milestone and you remember where you were when you were like 10, 11, 12, thinking
No.
that was going to be so far in the future that you could not imagine getting there, that you were going to be like so old when that happened? 2025 is one of those for me where I remember thinking when I was younger that 2025 is like, oh, that's ancient by the time I get there. And I don't feel that way, surprisingly enough. I don't feel that way anymore. 2025 is just another year.
Exactly. Although it's nice and clean. Sam checks in and says, okay, now I can't get that damn donkey song out of my head.
You're welcome, Sam.
Were we supposed to have flying cars by 2025?
I think we do.
I think the planet was we were supposed
Show
to
what
be
those drones
underwater.
are?
No. They have the flying cars. I just saw a documentary about it. There's a couple companies, but one of them's out of the Netherlands that has flying cars that are they are flying. I mean, obviously not everybody's going to have them for a while, and there's going to be a lot more rules that have to be established first, but they're out there.
Well, what's his face? I just saw his face on a TV channel somewhere. Mr. Climate Change, not the former vice president who's made more money and probably is better off not having been president, and now has become a billionaire, scamming the public with the climate scam.
Oh, yeah.
And what's his name? The guy they had to go
Al
to the
Gore.
Supreme. Al Gore, the former vice president of Bill Clinton.
So-
he's still pimping climate, and you see John Kerry's still out there.
Yeah.
We're going to be underwater. We're going to be.
Except there's a little bit of something that's a little inconvenient for them.
You mean facts?
Yeah, facts. As for example, the pole, the ice cap has gained 17
Exactly.
inches.
There's pictures of the
Yeah.
ice caps from the 1800. No, what? It was one
19
island. It was one island. Somebody put pictures of it from 1870 to 19 something, and now this year.
Yeah.
And it's expanded. It's expanded.
Yeah, it's expanded. It's expanded by 17 inches.
Well, I expanded by 17 inches just over between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
And not where you wanted to expand.
There's a 75% chance that the entire North Polar ice cap during some of the summer months could be completely ice-free within the next 5 to 7 years.
You have sea ice, which is melting at a rate that the Arctic Ocean now increasingly is exposed. In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer.
Those clips were both in 2009.
That's 2009. The panic continues decade after decade
And then-
after decade.
Was it Al Gore? I think Al Gore was the one that wrote the book Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah, and
right?
he did the movie and the whole thing.
The inconvenient truth is that everything that he said was a complete and utter lie.
Even Joe Biden in St. Croix reacted to both Al Gore and, of course, John Kerry.
The hell with that.
Exactly right, Joe. The hell with it. Listen, does the climate change? Yes, it's been changing for billions of years. And if you think that, we're going to be underwater in your lifetime or your grandkids' lifetime, then I got an Italian donkey for sale. Low miles. It was only driven by a grandmom on Sundays going down to the Italian market to pick up some bacala for the 7 fishes. You follow me, Robin?
I follow the Dutch naturalists that are keeping watch on the supposed water rising, the sea levels rising, because for those of you who do not know, most of the Netherlands is under sea level, and that's how come they have the extensive dike system. And
language.
And they
nothing wrong with some dikes.
No, nothing wrong with some dikes, especially if they hold back water. But they have been monitoring the sea levels prior to any other scientists because it's so important, obviously, for their country. And they have not. They said that the water has just pretty much stayed the same.
By the way, Kevin Pohl says he has some German Stollen. You know what Stollen is, Robin, or is it Stalin? No, Stalin's a Russian guy.
Stolen creature.
It's from Aldi.
It's delicious. You actually had some.
What is it? What do I know it as?
The little cookies, the Stollen cookies.
Not the ones that I like. The Dutch ones. What are those called?
Stroopwafels.
Stroopwafels.
They're good.
They are good.
Stollen cookies are the Stollen bread. Is
it stolen? Is it like from Prop 4056 out there in California?
Well,
if you steal a piece of bread, you must be hungry then.
It has fruit in it, but it's not the icky candied fruit. It's soft fruit. Stollen bread is kind of like fruitcake, but better.
Everything's better than fruitcake, Robin.
Yes.
Does anybody admit to eating fruitcake?
There are people who actually like it. I don't know any of these people, but I've heard of them.
Dom Giordano's a big fan of fruitcake.
Really?
Is he really?
Yeah.
What kind of an Italian is he?
And there's one year that he ate on air like a 60-year-old fruitcake.
Because
does it get better with time?
I don't know,
I
but they
don't
do
think
last.
so.
They do last that long. Ugh.
I think it's the same one that gets passed on from generation to generation. Even the vice president, who's still somewhere out there today, wants to know about fruitcakes.
How dare they?
How dare they eat fruitcake? How dare they say Christmas? We're going to come back. The cut sheet's coming up. More of your phone calls. And you know the phone number, right? 855-839-1210. 855-839-1210. Kwanzaa in day 2. We will run down the 7 days of Kwanzaa. Sherelle Parker. No, well, pizzelles are the best. I mean, come on, Robin. Is there anything better than pizzelles?
Pizzelles? I like stroopwafels better than pizzelles.
No, I
to
like
tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No.
I like pizzelles, but I like stroopwafels better.
I feel like stroopwafels are like pizzelles on steroids, no?
Yes.
It's like two of them put together
like-
with like something chewy in between.
It's pizzelles extra.
Our buddy Don Juan out in Las Vegas, Don Juan 2024 says, woke up at 4 a.m. here in Vegas to hear and see you guys. Got to be to work at 9, going back to sleep now. Thank you, Don, for checking in. People listening all over the world. You could have been anywhere else. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us this morning on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, and we appreciate it. Cut sheet coming up, and your calls. Stick around.
Local news can come at you fast. Want the latest on what's happening in your backyard? Download the Odyssey app. Follow your local news station, and you'll get alerts of stories making headlines in your city. You can stay in the know, what you're up to, and be among the first to find out when news breaks. Keep tabs on weather and traffic, so you're never off guard. To get started, download the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. News station.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a share, don't miss